Hello and welcome. It is Sunday night, Midwest Motorsports Cup Series season finale from Miami Homestead Speedway. Going one thing hotter than the summer heat in Miami in August, and that is going to be the racing action on track. Tonight, it looks like the number 12, Walker McNulty, has put it on the pole. Justin Thaler, row 1, your champion, will start outside with him. Michael Semilla, Eric Thaler, row 2. Pace car will be coming in. We're going to go green this lap by. Congrats to all our competitors for a wonderful season. Tonight, we crown a champion.
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys!
And we are green to go. Justin Thaler on the inside. Walker McNulty on the outside. Eric Thaler down low. The Thaler brothers start lap 1 in just the right position as they head down the backstretch for the very first time. As they fan out the wide Homestead Miami 1.5 miles, 18 to 20 degrees banking. We have a total of 13 cars registered tonight. And the 81 Doritos car dives inside, but they have to follow the number 12 of Walker McNulty in the Sour Patch paint tonight. Gotta love the Sour Patch Kids paint. I'm not sure why the car number is showing up Dustin Ryanstedel, but we are not riding with Dustin. I'll work on that.
Certainly a beautiful paint scheme on that car for sure, James.
Yeah, that's Michael Harris joining us. Thanks, Michael Harris Jr., for stepping in tonight, filling in on the broadcast. What do you think, Michael? It's been a long season. This is race 13, well, point scoring race number 12. You've been with me for quite a few of these as we're hold that thought while we watch a race for the lead. The 81 of Ty Williams looks inside the 12, Walker McNulty. Gets it done, or does he? Multiple racing lanes here. Looks like Ty crosses the seams into the lead, slides up in front of the 12. Michael, it's been one heck of a season. Thanks for joining me again tonight. What do you think has been the highlight of your season, and what do you think we're going to see tonight?
Well, yeah, the highlight of my season, it's been a few races there, but just last night was just awesome, or not last night, Friday night was just awesome with the trucks. It was a great race. Only had 1 or 2 actual cautions, and it was just great racing all around. That was some of the best racing I actually had and had some competition with. And tonight, I think we're in for more of the same. This track is definitely a little bit different, or seems to handle a little bit different than it used to, with everyone thinking the outside groove is going to work out great, but it seems like the inside's where it's at. Just kind of getting in that diamond apex pattern, if you can, will get you going places at this track. We just saw it right there with Ty Williams just going right for that same strategy, and off to the races he is in front.
That's right. Congratulations again on a great truck season you had, Michael Harris. It wasn't a terrible season for you, but I know you didn't have quite the results you wanted, but I hope you had as much fun as we did watching all of those trucks go around. And Friday night, we did see multiple different racing lines. Tire wear was the biggest factor for Friday night's race. And tonight's race is another 20, 30 laps longer than we had Friday night. And also the fuel tanks are smaller. So I expect more stops and hopefully maybe some green flag pit cycles. So it really is going to be about timing and when you choose to take your tires. That could make a difference in winning or losing the race.
Absolutely. That pit strategy is key. And do you happen to know when the competition caution is for this race?
That's a great question, and I did not. I let Josh get away with it. I believe it's going to be lap 20. I will confirm right away. But until then, we're going to go with 20. But we'll know when the flag flies. I know they can go about 28 to 32 laps on a tank. So it should be less than that.
I will say, if it wasn't for a very convenient timed couple of cautions there, I thought my race was done after the first pit cycle there, the green flag pit cycle. We all ended up a lap down and got the
Right.
wave around there, and that saved the day, getting to be able to pit. And I went, I don't know, 50 laps or so on the same set of tires I started with, and well, it ended up panning out towards the end.
Yeah, right. So it is lap 20. I just heard the word back from race control. So thanks, Josh. Shout out to Josh Watt running the Ribbonvale Twitch and also the dedicated race control Alt C. And that's a really big deal to have a dedicated person that's familiar with the iRacing scenarios and how to run the clear black flags, only manual cautions instead of leaving that up to the AI to generate the cautions. That's a pretty big deal, right, Michael?
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, I tell you, at this point, it was nice just to have that little break there, just to kind of get a feel of how the track was going to handle. But in some ways, I miss the stages, but in other ways, I don't. Like, it kind of gave you that mid-goal here or there to try to get to a certain point by then, but at the same token, it just kind of made it so you didn't really have the same strategy. What are you going to do, pit like the lap before or the lap after and then watch everybody else lap you? No. Maybe on a road course.
Yeah, just a different type of strategy for sure. I do like the strategy of green flag pit stop cycles as well. So it's 50-50. Everybody has their own preference. There's no wrong answer. At the end of the day, we're racing to the checkered flag for the bulk of the points. So I think the Midwest Motorsports has always done well responding to their polls and going with what the league members wanted. And I believe, according to last season's, both the mid-season poll and the post-season poll, everybody, or the majority, said no stages. I believe that's the reason they took that. But look, we have a new second place car right now. That's the one car of Michael Samia.
Friday night's race winner there.
Exactly. I was just about to say, thank you. Perfect lead in. Michael Samia had about an 8-second gap with 15 laps to go and was able to conserve his tires somehow. Maybe the tire whisperer, Michael Samia, was able to run down about a 6 to 8 second gap on the godfather of Midwest Motorsports, Eric Thaler, for the Truck Series win. And here's Eric now trying to reclaim his position in the front of the pack. Cup Series is a little bit different. Looks like everybody's running up high in the wall right now, at least in the middle of the corners.
I've never figured out, and probably a lot more testing and care I should actually put into it, but I never figured out if running the outside wall line, if that's going to save your tires or lose them in the long run. I feel like going in towards the apex is how you're going to burn those tires up pretty quick, but when you're staying on the outside, there's always a good chance you bump into that wall like I did a few times.
All right, but here's a perfect example of almost everybody running up high. Not everybody. Some guys looking for the clean air, but you're right. The wall is always there. Sometimes it'll reach out and grab you. And at the same time, keep your momentum up. And that's the idea, is to keep your RPM up and hopefully increase that over the bulk of a few laps to get that momentum gaining. But Michael Samia is doing what he did Friday night. He has reeled in Ty Williams. Walker McNulty's fallen back now, almost 3 seconds back from the fight for the front. 4 to go. There's no points awarded at the stage, at the competition caution. So this is all just for bragging rights and to kind of get a mental reset, a pause maybe. Decide if you want to take tires. Looks like Michael Samia was a little loose there, coming off of the exit of corner 2. Takes a smooth steering inputs here at Homestead, Miami, right?
Yeah, that's definitely a good thing. And, the line that Justin's running right now on the tire wear he's been able to hold on to, he's been able to actually get into that corner at 180 or so miles an hour, where Walker behind him most he's been getting is mid 170s. So you can already see a bit of that difference, and that seems to be what's going on with the sliding back as he continues to get caught up there by Mr. Rhinestone, or actually, yeah, Mr. Rhinestone.
Three to go to the competition caution. There's a three-way battle. This is for 5th, 6th, and 7th. 4, 5, and 6, maybe. Nope, that's Aaron Holroyd in the 73 Manscaped car. There's Justin just barely made it in the screen. Dustin Rhinestone in the 11, filling up the mirrors of the 15, just going half a car width out, maybe making sure his oil temperature stays at a reasonable level, get a little bit of air on the nose.
Yeah, you're right. 5th, 6th, and 7th right there, with 4th place Justin Thaler right ahead of them.
Pretty cool paint job on the 11. I haven't seen that one. We got 1 lap to go to the competition caution. So this will wrap it up. I think that's a Peanuts livery.
I think he ran that the last time I commentated. He did that at, was that Atlanta?
That's right. This is a pumpkin Peanuts theme. Coming to the competition caution. Ty Williams will bring it. Barney throws the yellow flag. Michael Simeon did not quite clear him, but he did get right up to him. And Eric Thaler got Justin. Nope, Justin got Eric. There we go. They went across the line. Line astern as they were running. Here comes Barney in that 2001 Mustang pace car going hyperspeed to get in front of the field. Magic brakes on that pace car. Did you see how he slowed down like that? 120 to 60 in about 20 feet. All right. So let's see who takes tires and who decides not to. Been a crazy season. Really happy to say that the Cup Series has been a lot of fun to watch and to call. And we've had one heck of a season. Over 13 races. So much has happened. And right now, Justin Thaler with the 32-point lead. Ty Williams, Walker McNulty, 11 points behind each other. So that's up for grabs, kind of. Ooh, it looks like fuel only is the stop for everybody. The race off pit road. Eric Thaler loses a couple spots. Loses a spot to Dustin Rhinestone, who got out faster. Same pit stop time. Back on track.
Walker had the fastest pit time there, 6.53. Longest time was for Ant Caster, 9.47. So I'd probably say Ant went with tires, and maybe some of the other guys went with tires a little bit there, but can't say for sure.
I think it's at least 13 to 15 seconds for a 4-tire change.
So he might have just done rights.
And I believe they have 5 sets of tires on the floor, so there's no reason to hang on to any.
Why didn't I get 5?
Yeah, I think the truck rules are a little bit different. Fewer laps, 20 fewer laps, and a bigger fuel cell.
I guess that's fair. I'll tell you, it's definitely been an exciting season so far, and it's been fun to commentate with you here, James. And it's nice to look back at the different races and look back at how the guys are doing this year, and how we've had different people be winning the championships in each series, and different names being up front instead of always being the same. I know that was a critique of what seemed like last year, the same guy won every week, but that hasn't really seemed to be the case here this year.
That's right. And I was corrected that there are actually 4 tires 3 sets total. 2 in the pits, 1 on the car. So I'm going to assume that nobody took tires. Those were fuel-only stops. What I'm going to say. We're going back green. Tires are going to be a primo if you only have 2 sets on the floor to get to 134. Barney throws the green on Ty Williams. Restarts, goes right up to that top line, right off the bat. Block any clean air Michael Samia might have. This gets Walker McNulty and the Sour Patch Kids candy paint. A jump on Michael Samia. Eric Thaler, Justin Thaler, and Dustin Reinstedel fighting for 4th. Dustin Reinstedel down low. Eric right on the back bumper of the 2 car on the outside, trying to get a push past Dustin, while Michael Samia and Walker McNulty fight it out for P2. Battles for P3 up and down the track. Hard to find exactly who to follow. Eric Thaler looking in the middle as Dustin Reinstedel slides up in front of Justin. That opens the door for Eric Thaler, who now wants a piece of the 11. Yes, can he get there? Not quite yet. Eric Thaler chooses to drop back behind. As the sun begins to set on Miami, we do have lights here, so we will not see Trucks Atlanta throwback tonight. We will have lights if it goes dark and goes long. Michael Samia has cleared Walker McNulty. And Walker now has to fight off Dustin Reinstedel. Dustin's missed a couple of races this season. As Eric takes another shot at him as he goes for 2 for 1. Eric Thaler.
No, he got to the apron. That's going to do it.
Oh, that's going to kill his run. He's going to lose a spot to Justin as well. Not forget back here.
Pretty wide back there. You won't see this on an official.
That's right. It definitely would be nowhere near as clean. I agree with you on that one. That down low, Trevor McLaughlin. He's got a new paint, a purple paint. We'll have to zoom in on that in a second. See if he can clear Ant Castor. Not this lap. Anthony Castor in the number 8. Trevor McLaughlin in the purple, number 99.
The Welch's grape flavor of Ghost.
There it is. Wow.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that flavor idea.
I've not tried it. I have tried the Ghost Energy. I think the 99 Trevor McLaughlin should get a cut of the 2 cans that I've bought, but they weren't the Welch's grape. I'm going to have to give that a shot now. Shout out to Trevor McLaughlin for that cool paint. See if we can get him closer to the front. Not yet. No change up front. Michael Samia attacking. Michael Samia full attack on the 81 Ty Williams. Dustin Reinstedel has caught up. Amazing how fast Dustin has got. He is started on the pit lane. He's got to run.
Looked like Williams got a little loose there coming out of turn 2, and that kind of loses your momentum right there. Lets Samia and Dustin go right by.
Into the wall. Ty Williams. Is there such thing as a Homestead Miami stripe? I know the real life Cup guys are in Darlington. Midwest Motorsports Series getting stripes of their own. Dustin Reinstedel up behind the cushion staying off the wall. Ty Williams goes to the apron this time.
I think the fact that the iRacing staff has those stripes right on there printed for every race, I'd say there's a Homestead stripe.
Yeah, thank you. I'm with you. Here's a good look at what Dustin Reinstedel P2 looks like. Michael Samia does a good job of staying off the wall to disturb any air that Dustin might have. Michael Samia drops down back to the white line. Dustin Reinstedel above the third seam, but not on the wall. Now he splits the third seam. Now gets right up on Michael Samia, gets a good slipstream, and into turn 3 they go. Separate. Dustin Reinstedel holds a steady wheel up high. See if he holds it just as steady coming off. A little bit of counter steer there, catching it. Great racing here. Dustin Reinstedel had to sit out a couple of races this season, but definitely makes his presence known at every race. Dustin Reinstedel is one of those competitors that if you're racing around him, you know you're racing up front, right, Michael?
Absolutely. You go by one of those guys and you're a back feeder, you're having a good time. I was just telling John Aslan, Nicholas, the Truck Series champion's father there, I was just saying, I passed your son. That was the highlight of my day.
Right. Congrats to the 48 of Nicholas Aslan. He now has a trophy beside his name when he chats up in Discord, which is a signal that you're a series champion. Eric Thaler and Ty Williams in a close battle here for 4th and 5th, right behind Walker McNulty. No change up front. You're not missing anything. See if we can catch Eric Thaler on the inside of Ty Williams. As Ty into the wall again.
Yeah, he's getting that bug. It's like a chip, potato chip. One time is not enough, unfortunately.
No one can eat just one, huh? Side by side. Dustin Reinstedel now dropping back. Eric Thaler gets around Ty again as they chase down Walker McNulty. Chris Thaler in the number 7 Ford. All by himself, just turning some laps. Andrew Miller, 29 Toyota. He's been with us all season long. Glad he's here. Definitely, Andrew is one of those guys that you know you can race clean around. He doesn't cause too much of a fuss, doesn't want to get in the middle of an argument, and just drives clean. Hopes he's having as much fun as we are having him in the series. He's definitely been in the race, tries his best, and we got to appreciate that.
I will say it's always fun competing with him in the championship points anyway. I always find I'm around him somewhere, so definitely fun to compete with Andrew, and that's for sure. He's definitely a clean racer.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we had a two-way pass there for 3rd place.
We did. They both got... Oh, Eric pulled a double, huh?
Yeah, they pulled the double. I don't exactly know if Walker got into the wall or got a little loose, but now Ty just got around him.
That's right. So let's find out how it happened. Good move by Eric. Eric's works hard. Let's see if it was a mistake on Walker or just good, clean racing. Both are possibilities. Eric finds the back of of Dustin Reinstedel and just follows him through.
I think I saw as you were going backwards, he touched the apron somewhere. I must have set that up for the clear.
Walker, you can see him shaking his wheel a little bit. Down low on the inside, on that seam, right on the seam. Now he splits the seam. Goes down. We're riding with Walker. Can't push the pedal any harder through the floor than he is on that back straight. Looks like it just happened on speed. Oh, no, you're right. You got 2 lines. 2 wheels below the white line had the lift. That let Eric go. Good catch, Michael. Thank
I
you.
wonder if he got a little loose there to help him get under that, because that was a bit of a sharp corner for just lifting.
Definitely had 2 wheels on the paint. That would get any car slippery. There, it startle you enough at least. But look at the gap Eric's pulled right away. Eric's pulled a gap on Dustin as well. Oh, Eric's into the wall this time. Didn't seem to slow him down too much. Eric Thaler, number 15 now, tries to run down the leader, Michael Samia. Flashbacks to Friday night, only role reversal.
I tell you, if you want to see how the 2 lines are working out here, depending on the part of the run, you just watch this battle between Ty and Walker. They're both battling, using both lines there, fighting for this position.
Ty seems most comfortable up high. Walker McNulty chooses the alternate lane. As long as he keeps the wheels off the paint, Walker seems to be doing a pretty good job of maintaining and catching up with as much momentum, extra mile an hour, extra RPM Ty Williams has. As long as Ty keeps it off the wall, seems to have run him down. Second half of the corner and the exit until Walker's RPM finally catches up. It's time to do it again. This time, Ty takes away Walker's lane, takes away his air on entry, and doesn't lose too much ground.
Yeah, I think we're at the point where Ty are aware that inside line's not going to work as well anymore. Maybe if you're jumping from the outside lane down against somebody who's doing that, but not constantly.
So of 134 laps, 45 would be right about the third of the way. Marcus Walker gets loose again. Really hangs that rear end out and catches it. Great piece of driving. We're watching Walker McNulty. 2 wheels on the apron, finds the slow way around. But now, deja vu, Ty Williams has caught back up to Dustin Reinstedel. Little by little, Ty gains on entry, mid corner to exit. Ty Williams keeps those RPMs wound up on the outside and goes along, but fairly clear now. Eric Thaler has chased down Michael Samia. And he's on him. Another example of the 2 different lines. Michael Samia ran the middle to low line in the truck series. It worked great for him. Eric Thaler was committed to the high line as much as any man is committed to his wife or wife committed to his man.
Or Kyle Larson's committed to that wall.
Or Kyle Larson committed to the cushion. That's right. Right on the bumper now. Eric Thaler. Can he do it? Into the wall. On entry, didn't seem to slow him down too much. But it's almost like Eric Thaler is putting the same mark on the wall every time to try to move that cushion up like they do in dirt track racing. Cushion gets closer and closer and closer to the banking. There he is in the wall again. Oh, good save. Look at him catch the wiggle. That's going to cost him a little bit as the gap does not extend. Eric Thaler still gets a run on Michael Samia, even after hitting the wall again.
He's going to have a whole bag of chips before he's in the pits.
Yes. You're right, Michael. This is the time where tires are making themselves known. Who's got it? Looks like he stayed off the wall that time. Look at Eric really working hard on that steering wheel.
Oh, absolutely. There's something you can definitely do with a finer wheel than real basic one I got.
Definitely helps to have a little better precision, but not that you can't do it. The lesser wheel, but definitely different feedback from the road and different accuracy on the track. And into the wall again, you can see the wheel kind of jerk out of Eric's hands when he catches it and look at him controlling the throttle and the steering together, drive that car off the corner and still close the gap on Michael on the way into turn 3. Amazing. Maybe Michael's being a little cautious on exit corner exit. That's probably helping his tires. But Eric Thaler seems to still close the interval as they enter the turn on both ends. Throttle control. Pure throttle control by Eric Thaler. Wow. Two seconds back, Dustin Reinstedel and Ty Williams are going at it. Walker down low still. Won't go away. Oh no, Dustin Reinstedel's coming into pits. Time is now for Dustin. 50 laps in.
I was wondering when they were going to start pitting.
It's right at 30 laps, including the pacing laps after the caution. When will Michael Samia come in?
Ooh, Eric back into the wall again.
Into the wall. Both stay out.
I wonder how much optional repair he's going to have.
Yeah. Definitely cosmetic damage, but I don't know. As long as it's not mechanical, do you choose to option those? Definitely not when it's green, right? You stick around to try to fix some of those optional repairs, Michael?
I do. I generally don't find myself in this position all the time where I'm up front, but it also depends. If it were a green flag, maybe not. Maybe not so much. Like, I'll try and maybe wait a second or two, but if we're in the pits and it's caution, then I wait until maybe 20 seconds out from the pit, from when the pace car is by the pit box to get going.
Top 5 have yet to pit. Down to Brandon Thayer. It looks like Walker and Ty gets really loose, locking it up coming in. And Castor gets loose coming in. Trevor McLaughlin comes in. Brandon Thayer takes over the lead. And look at this. We might have a new leader. As Eric Thaler comes out ahead of Michael Samia. I got to find out how this happens. Pit exit. The pit stop time was almost exactly the same, but Eric was in. Here we go. Must have changed it just as we were coming in. Michael Samia enters his box after Eric Thaler.
I wonder if they just didn't hit the same speed, if Eric was just pushing it just a little bit to get into his pit box first, and Michael was just more concerned about missing it.
All about qualifying to me, because Eric Thaler was able to qualify ahead of Michael Samia, so he has the pit box in front. Even though Michael Samia came in the pit lane first, he would have to pull out first. So I don't know why he would, like Eric Thaler tucked inside Michael Samia in the pit lane. I don't know if that's bad etiquette or if Michael Samia slowed and Eric Thaler was able to stay on they both were going pit lane speed limit. How Eric was able to get beside Michael. Michael's pit lane speed limiter maybe set a little bit different than Eric, because Eric's out of the pits right into the wall, right where he left off before the pit stop.
There must be some really good dip for that chip.
Yeah. Keeps going back for it, right?
Oh, Brandon, no!
All right. Let's find out what happened to Brandon Thayer.
No caution yet. That's good. Oh, caution just waved.
Live? Okay, hang on. What happened to Brandon? We're about to find out. Coming into the pits. Locks it up.
Right there, James.
Yep. There he comes in. 64 pitting in. I'm sure was the call. Slams on the brakes. He's locked up. Brake bias, maybe. Oh, he missed the pit in. Luckily, he missed the attenuators, but he's 90 degrees to the track. I don't think race control had any option but to throw the yellow. Definitely a dangerous situation. I think Brandon could have done a little bit more to stay out of the racing line. Maybe Brandon wanted a caution here. We're back to live speed, waiting to try to find the right time to turn it around.
Yeah, it was about
Finally
here
gets it
that the
right.
caution gets thrown, so.
I don't think Josh Watt had a choice but to throw the caution. But good on Eric Thaler for setting his pit limit, pit lane speed limiter correctly. Say that fast 3 times. And Chris Taylor will get the wave around in the number 7. As Brandon Thayer is still in the pits. Down a lap, possibly 2 if they make it back around. Brandon's getting some repairs. I don't know if you come in and get gas now and lose a lot of track position. Dustin Reinstedel at a pit lanes end of line start for incorrect sign in last week after not making it. Eve found his way to the front before the first 20 laps.
Yeah, looks like Samia's coming in too.
Samia's coming in to top off. As well as Walker McNulty. Quite a few pit stop guys here. Trevor McLaughlin, Ant Castor, Aaron Holroyd. This is all going to help Michael Samia. All these extra cars that are pitting are now cars that Samia does not have to get around to after the pit stop. So we had 4 cars stay out.
He beats Walker out.
Yeah, he was ahead of Walker coming in. So the top 4 stayed out. They are going to be about 8 laps more fuel. So that's going to mean they get 8 laps fresher tires, 8 laps before they have to stop again. Going to be 8 laps newer tires. They're going to have for that final run to 134 laps. We'll see how it goes.
Looks like Robert Levison's going to head on in as well.
Three cars a lap down. Chris Taylor, Robert Olavison, and Brandon Thayer. Ant Castor comes in a second time this round. And we're coming to the green flag. Eric Thaler is your control car. They are doubled up. Dustin Reinstedel on the inside. Ty Williams and Justin Thaler share row 2. And then the people who stopped. Michael Samia 5th, Walker McNulty 6th at 3rd row has a full tank, and I expect them to go 7 or 8 laps longer if Ancaster's going to make it back before we take the green. Cars enter 3 now. Ancaster, is he caught up to him? Almost. Yep, he's almost there, I guess. He's actually going to be at speed when they take the green. Might help him.
And that was definitely fun on Friday, where a good portion of the back of the cars were at speed.
Right. Here we go. Eric Taylor steps on the gas again. Ty Williams and Dustin Reinstedel side by side for second place, with Justin Taylor fighting for fourth. The racing is on for the final race of Season 7 in the Midwest Motorsports Cup Series. Walker McNulty goes 3 wide. Michael Samia down low. Thinks better of fighting for that position. Dustin Reinstedel tucks back in behind Ty Williams. Aaron Holroyd are on the outside of Michael Samia. See if he can make that stick as they come off of turn 4. Aaron Holroyd's another one of those guys that's overdue for a good run. There's a battle up front with Eric Taylor and Ty Williams. These two have seen each other, been around each other a lot this season. And it doesn't always end well. Sometimes for the 15, sometimes for the 81. These guys, of course, are going to keep it clean. Definitely going to race each other hard. No lost feelings. Of course, this is all subjective. My perspective, I could be completely wrong. But I think everybody wants to beat the captain of the team, right? Show that you're the big man on campus.
Absolutely.
Ty Williams takes over the lead. Dustin Reinstedel also gets by the 15 of Eric. Michael Samia in the 1, fighting with Justin Thaler in the 2 on the outside, Castrol edge. Went back to his RFK paint, Castrol paint. Michael Samia on the bumper of Walker McNulty. Walker McNulty slides up in front of the 2. Michael Samia on the inside keeps the 2 from dropping down and racing the 12. Michael Samia in the 1. Not clear of the 2 yet.
Aaron's right on that back bumper. He's waiting.
Yes, he is. They're all waiting in the battle for the lead. Side by side, Dustin Reinstedel and has taken over, or has he?
He'll at least get the lap, but this fight ain't over.
Just missed him about half a turn away, apart, behind. Sorry about that, guys. Come on, 4 exit. There we go. All right, I'll stick with the TV cameras for now. Dustin Reinstedel taking over the number 1 spot. Eric Thaler wants number 2 from Ty Williams. Walker McNulty tries the crossover. And the 12 under the 81 now. Going to allow the 11 pull away ever so slightly. It's Walker McNulty and his teammate Michael Samia work the low line. Ty Williams, Justin Taylor work the high line. All behind the 15 of Eric Taylor. As Homestead, Miami, 18 to 20 degrees progressive banking continues to provide great Cup Series racing tonight. Three wide. Justin Taylor Ty Williams, Walker McNulty, they touch. Ty Williams in the middle. Walker McNulty in the 12 down low. Justin Thaler in the 2 up high.
We got 4-wide going on with Michael Samia sticking his nose in there.
Michael Samia wants some of the action. Is he going to push Walker? Aaron Holroyd allows Ty Williams to slide in front. Finally, some sense is brought back to this group. We go back to 2 wide. That was a crazy couple of turns there. We're not done yet.
Nope, Ty's looking to see if he can make something work on a different groove.
Not working for him. He continues to go back. Michael Samia has the purple lap of the race so far, the 32.955. One of the only cars in the 32-second range. Walker McNulty in the 12 drops down low to pass the Thaler brothers. And he slides up in front of them.
To the bottom of the track.
Slide job.
Trying to take the lead away.
Slide job.
And Justin's going to go back on the inside to counter that move.
Crossover.
Classic crossover.
And slide up. Now we're talking. Oh, this is great racing. Like you said, Michael, I think you said it perfectly. You won't find this in an official.
You'll see it, but it will end up with a caution.
Ty Williams with a perfect view of the racing. Thaler brothers on the outside. Walker McNulty, Mike Samia, and now Ty Williams down low. Ty's got a traffic jam ahead of him. This might help him, actually. Save a little tire, not having to be too aggressive, just to maintain position. Stay in the slipstream of the car in front. Ooh. Nice save there.
These guys just continue to battle hard, clean, but still hard. Right around 3rd position.
Oh, Walker in the wall.
Oh boy, a little contact there.
Doesn't save it.
Is it a net code? That might have been a net code, I think.
Oh, why did he stop? He wants the caution. So everybody working the system here. Find out what happened to Walker together. Looks like he just got loose battling with Samia here. In front of Thaler going into the corner. On exit, the 1 of Michael Samia. Reels in a little bit on corner to middle.
Yep.
And he's putting the power down.
I don't know if you saw it on broadcast here, but I definitely saw it on my screen. Right around the time that the one car goes by them, it looked like they made a clip. That's why I said that there might have been net code there. Because my screen, I saw the one car lose his grill.
All right, let's watch the broadcast and find out. And pause it right about here. And so they did get a 4X, so I don't think that's going to be net code. That's legitimate contact.
Can we get a closer camera shot?
Yep, I'm working on it right now. All right. We got the sideways 12 right in front of us. Oh, that's got to be net code, right? I mean, a 4X, but We'll try it again from this shot, or how about, let's see, left front of Samia. Did they touch? I didn't see a touch if you did.
I didn't.
Good call on the net code, but 4X is a 4X is a 4X.
Unfortunately. Now, whether he was trying to play that for a caution or what was going on there, I will say I do feel bad. Earlier, Robert took a spill, took a little dive down the front stretch in the apron into the wall, and unfortunately had his day robbed early. The number 22 machine, but
Okay, maybe there was contact, not so much with the bumper, but maybe the door, just behind the door,
yeah, maybe.
might have caught it. Oh, come on. Sorry, I had it. So if you watch, right behind it there, you can see Michael Smith's car jump up. So that's racing. We're going to go green next time by. Back live.
Yeah, it looked a little bit different on my screen. I feel like sending you a screenshot of it, but it actually didn't even look that as close as the broadcast did. Broadcast, it looks like they actually touched, or it could have possibly touched there, but on my screen, it looks like you could put a wheel or two between the two cars. And I even got the nose animation and everything. But hey,
Yeah.
4X is a 4X. Nobody actually got real damage on there, except for Walker.
That is funny. There was no nose animation in the broadcast, so iRacing being iRacing, of course, right? But at the end of the day, they both they can throw away their 0X bonus for the day. Two cars not on the lead lap, Brandon Thayer and Robert Olavison, who is out as it gets darker and darker tonight. Sun has gone down completely now. We are lined up 2 by 2. Michael Samia gets a better start there as everybody comes in for fuel. So we did cycle pits there. Eric Taylor came in at 74, and then everybody came in at 76 and followed suit. Lights are out on the pace car. The 12 remaining cars will go green when Barney throws the green, or when Eric Taylor steps on the gas, like right now, and Egon.
Egon, that's for sure. Michael Samia and Dustin Reinsettle will continue to battle for second, with Justin right behind, and Ty Williams looking on there.
We can go to about lap 110 now. Eric Taylor up high. Justin Reinsettle trying to gain anything he can. We got a race. The finale of the Midwest Motorsports Cup Series. They're racing like it's their do or die. Everybody's committed to keeping their foot in it and racing for the win. I love it. Very entertaining race so far. Top 5, Linus Stern, and a small gap to P6, Aaron Holroyd and Ant Caster. Top 5 are undetermined. Eric Taylor stuck to that high line, stuck to the fence, and he's still stuck to the fence.
He sure is.
Magnet on the door, ripping the Ross Chastain. Keep your foot in it. Right up on the wall. Doesn't seem to hurt his straight line speed here, Michael.
Not at all. He's still able to keep that lead over Dustin. In the corners, Dustin seems to be getting a little closer, but as soon as they get back on that stretch, he's taken off.
Anthony Castor has broken away from Aaron Holroyd now. Anthony Castor sets a fast lap.
Oh, yeah. Definitely got a move right here, too, for P3 as Samia and Williams battle it out.
Justin Reinstedel can't decide if he wants to block low or block high or stay in the middle and run his own lane and try to move forward. Doing a good job of both. It's side by side for third.
So, yeah, 2 cars now. Thanks for bringing that up, James. 2 cars with 32 second lap. Anthony Castor getting a 32.877 on that fast lap there.
I think he got a bump dropped. Oh, there was almost contact in the 11 and the 81. Maybe Aaron Olroyd gave Ant Castor a bump down the backstretch, and that helped him out. As Michael Samia doesn't know who to follow, as he gives Ty Williams a little push into turn 3. Ty Williams and Justin Thaler duke it out for third. Michael Samia with the momentum on corner exit doesn't know. See if he can get alongside the 81 or position. Slide them on the exit or come down and try to slide them after they go into 1 and 2. Here we go for fourth place. Eric Thaler, Justin Reinstedel 1 and 2, Justin Thaler third. Battles for fourth. 81 Jarritos, however you say it, snack. Sponsored paint. I gotta admit, the black and orange always looks cool.
It's definitely a spicy looking vehicle, that's for sure. Although, in my opinion, it almost looks like it'd be a Gatorade scheme. So they got the bit of a lightning bolt feature in the middle there.
Yep. Definitely stands out. Dayglow orange. Michael Samia has to drop back, and here comes fast lap man himself, Ant Castor. On the same strategy with tires. So Ant Castor
here
found a groove.
Oh, but is he going to hold on to it now?
Justin Thaler right on the back of Dustin Reinstedel, and Ant Castor right on the back of Ty Williams.
Ant Williams returned the favor right there. Right before the line.
Ant on the inside in the 8 car on exit gives him plenty of room. Ant Castor, maybe he doesn't want fourth yet. No, I think he wants it.
I think he does. I think he might have gotten a little loose at it too. That's why he went so low.
I gotcha.
Ooh, a little bump there.
Nowhere for the 11 to go. 73 to go. He's on the wall. Ant Castor again.
This is why he likes the Manscaped products.
Oh, more close shaves as the 81 and the 73 both get in the wall right behind each other. All this allows Mike Samia in the 1 car to pull alongside the 8. To go into 3. Then the 1 car slide up in front of the 73. Not this lap.
Well, we're watching this, and it's very exciting, definitely for sure. I will say that Dustin is seeming to peak a little bit closer to Eric, so I don't know if Eric is just relaxing a little bit or if that rubbing against the wall is doing some damage, but we've got a battle for first coming up, too.
Here we go. The momentum on the outside carries the 15 to the front as they make their way through the backstretch into turn 3. Eric Thaler right up on the wall. Dustin Reinstedel trying to complete the pass. Running the diamond. The RPMs and momentum carry the 15 to the front as they cross the line again. Was that the backstretch? That's the backstretch.
Coming around turn 3 and 4, same pattern. Here we go. Does Dustin get any bit on here? Nope, he's going to fall right behind. They caught up, so does Eric get back on the wheel here? Or?
He's on it.
I let you guys have a little bit of fun. Now I gotta get back to work.
Right. He's dropping the hammer. Cleared every time. Meanwhile, Michael Samia has cleared Aaron Holroyd. Aaron Holroyd working up high into the wall. That's going to give Michael Samia a little more distance, a little breathing room. Battle for third between Justin Thaler and Ty Williams. Ty Williams drops back in line. As they fan out.
I like this, though.
I love it. I'm having a great time. About the 104, 105, 107 mark, we're going to start looking for pit stops. We've got about 10 laps before they can make it to the end.
Ooh, big hit back there right off of turn 2.
JT, Justin Thaler in the 2 on the wall. That allows Michael Samia to move up another spot. Maybe that's one of the reasons for going for the low line, is to remove the possibility of running into the wall and causing damage.
That's for sure. It's one of those things. It's like it's flirting with disaster. Great song, by the way. But definitely one of those flirting with disaster moments, being up on that wall. You can ride it, you can tap it, or you can hit it pretty hard.
Is the 11 car of Dustin Reinstedel really making a strong move now. Down on the bottom, Eric Thaler holding strong up high. Let's see if the corner exit works. Nope. Still Eric Thaler, but not all the way clear now, as Dustin Reinstedel has little by little made incremental gains on the 15's side, and eventually he's going to either give up and fall back in line or complete the pass and slide him. He chooses the previous first. He's not going away.
Well, he's still hanging in there. I don't know if he's going to see if he's going to have any better luck on 3 and 4 here, or... But he is making that inside line work here late in the run. And yeah, I think I was going to try and say as well that this is one of the things I like about this. The longer the green flag runs have been at this track, the more action there has been. We've kind of been bouncing around the whole field and all the action that's going on.
This is the way it's been the whole season, to be honest. Incredible racing. Even with 15 cars We've had as many as 25 Cup cars, a couple of races, and all's well that ends well. Trevor McLaughlin in the 99 has got around your season champ, Justin Thaler. I don't think he can lose 30 points, especially if Guy Williams got a 4X. Or no, that was Samia and Walker that got 4Xs.
And tools of the trade, I'm sure.
.102. Guys are at their worst. Oh, Eric Thaler into the wall, running his same line he's been running all night. Walker McNulty is the first to make his pit stop. He wants no cautions now. Walker is going to try the undercut. He's going to have to do a little bit of fuel save, I believe. Dustin's going to spread out again. All this fighting has allowed Ty Williams to catch back up.
He's definitely looking for a back-to-back sweep to end the season, winning the Watkins Glen race last week.
It was an incredible race, by the way. Didn't find it on the Twitch stream. Of course, Midwest Motorsports, great place to watch, to join, to race. We're glad you're here with us. If you're watching on Twitch, go ahead and give us a follow. All you hear is green flag stops have started. Eric Thaler drops into the pits for his final pit stop. And the race is on. The undercut is in effect. Let's see if he can keep his lead on the 11 and the 81, or if they decide to come in. Looks like the 11 is dropping inside.
30 laps to go.
Right on the money. Here comes 11. Midwest-motorsports.com will play the promo while the green flag stops are on, and we will be right back.
Are you tired of milquetoast lawless racing and ready for a real league? Then you need Midwest Motorsports. Our iRacing Cup, Truck, and Road series are unrivaled and make grown men cry. Featuring active race control and an active Discord server. Say goodbye to cheese wagon free-for-alls and hello to the best league racing you'll find anywhere. Want more? Who doesn't? Catch our weekly podcast, complete with member interviews, race reviews, standing updates, and rig tips and tricks. Live race broadcasts with announcer commentary.
And Ty Williams in the 81 in the red car. Jason Huffman gets in between them.
Fridays, Truck Series. Sundays, Cup Series. Tuesdays, Road Series. Visit Midwest-motorsports.com to sign up for free and see if you have what it takes to not finish last. Our next season starts soon. Scan the QR code to sign up now, unless you like being taken out in Turn 1 by noobs.
Nobody likes being taken out in Turn 1, especially by noobs. The risk you take every time you get in an official, not with the Midwest Motorsports Series, Truck Series Fridays, Cup Series Sundays, Road Series, currently GT4s on Tuesdays. Entries are always open and always free. As we wrap up tonight's Oval Series, we will start a new season. Maybe three off weeks, maybe 4. Still undecided at this time, but Midwest Motorsports, great job as Eric Thaler gets loose on fresh tires. as he makes his last and final pit stop before bringing his season to an end. 26 laps to go. Ancaster drops to the inside on the front stretch. You can see the gap to second now. About 3 seconds. 1.3 seconds, I should say, from Eric Thaler to Dustin Reinstedel. As Ancaster, on his own lap, was able to stretch out 38 laps on a tank. Nice job for the number 8.
That's pretty impressive, but will that hurt him in the long run?
Right? We'll find out. As we're back on pace, green flag cycles are done. Justin Thayer and Brandon Thayer are closest battle on the track. Brandon 1.5 back as Michael Samia's reeling them in little by little. Brandon Thayer has yet to pit.
Trevor McLaughlin, too, is also about 70 laps, 76.
So he's going to have to stop out of 10th place. Very unlike Trevor McLaughlin to be outside of the top 5, at least fighting for it. I don't know if it's the length of the run as Ancaster comes back on. Still ahead of Trevor McLaughlin, who has to pit. So Dustin Reinstedel has to do all that work all over again. And staying out that one extra lap has allowed Eric Thaler to pull out.
It is cut in half since we first caught up with them with Ancaster there. But that said, he's still got that work to do, like you said.
Well, either I'm seeing things or it's working, because he has closed the gap down to 1/10 now, almost 2/10. See where it is on the entry of 3. Under 3/10 of a second as they go into turn 3. Dustin Reinstedel's making up for lost time. It's actually time spent in pit road stopped was longer. Eric's time stopped was longer, and Dustin still ended up pulling an extra 3 seconds that now he has lost. All to play for. Eric Thaler, after losing the cup race in the last few laps, does not want to let this one go. He's not going to give up. He's going to keep trying his hardest. He's not going to give it to Dustin. Dustin might take it here. See if he slides up. Nope, not yet. Eric Thaler doing a good job. You know, Michael, after being able to reel in the 15 on 3 or 4 laps, getting around him seems to be a little more difficult.
Yep, it's like he woke the beast. Oh, he did finally get right in front. But the crossover is in effect.
Eric, in the 15 now, forces Dustin Reinstedel up high. Let's see if he slides him back and comes up to block Dustin Reinstedel's exit. Turn 4. And he does.
All that works.
Holy cow. Wow. What a show.
What a show.
19 to go here, is still battling almost side by side on that backstretch.
The 73 and the 8 are also glued together, along with the 99, but it's really hard to take my eyes off the battle for the lead. As we go across the stripe side by side, Eric Thaler gets the nudge this lap. Dustin Reinstedel really wants it. He can smell it. He's so close to the lead of the race. He just has not been quite able to get there yet. Oh, you know, it's got to be eating the 11 up on the inside. Driver What do I have to do to lead a lap? I can't get by this guy. I think I got him, but I don't.
I know, and the longer this goes, the more it favors Eric Thaler the way he's driving.
Agree 100%. Dustin can just follow and maybe save his tires just a little bit to make a run one more time. But like you said, too many of those is not going to help.
You compare times right now, Eric just posted a 33.14, while Dustin was posted a 33.3. I'll say that right during that time where Dustin was catching up, he was hitting into the 32s about each lap. So his tires are getting eaten up pretty good. They're just thousandths of a second now with a 33.172 for Eric, 33.18 for Dustin. But Walker McNulty, even though he's back by a second and a half, is posting about the same time as Eric at a 33.173.
That's right. Battle box is on the screen showing the relative times. It's just getting closer and closer, but not quite close enough. So Dustin Reinstedel has to back it down a little bit and get another run, build another run. He might get 2 more chances at it if he can be patient enough to allow the tires to cool off for 2 or 3 laps and then try to crank out some fast ones, 2 or 3 fast ones in a row without hitting the wall. And all Eric has to do is just stay status quo and make Walker drive around him. Not make any mistakes himself. That's also important, right?
Yeah, making sure he doesn't get a handful of dip.
Side by side for 5th. Justin Thaler on the outside, Michael Samia on the 1 on the inside. Almost the same scenario. Michael gets beside him and slides up in front. Oh boy, that was close.
He'll even get a lap right there. And he'll keep that spot. Justin did not try to pull off the crossover there, and he is going to start catching up there, but it's minimal when you look at it.
This is 2 seconds back from the leader. I'm sorry, 4.7 seconds back from the leader. These guys are 2 seconds back from the leader. And Dustin Reinstedel really working hard to keep up with Eric.
Ties within about the same distance to Walker as Dustin is to Eric right now. But Mike put down fastest lap of the lead Carrers at 33.03. Dustin is putting out some faster laps now as he finally catch back up, but can he make the finish? Can he actually take the spot? We've got Chris Thaler right there, getting caught up by our leaders. Is this a chance to set up a moving pick?
Chris Thaler was our guest on the Cool Down Lap podcast with Ant Caster. If Eric is the godfather of Midwest Motorsports, that would make Chris Thaler the godfather's father of Midwest Motorsports. Or the grandfather of Midwest Motorsports, I should say.
Here we go.
So Chris Thaler, if you haven't heard the Cool Down Lap podcast, it's a lot of fun. What did Walker do? You miss him?
He got a little loose there, and now he's out of. Now he's in 4th place.
He's going to have to build another run on Ty Williams. Dustin now starting to run that alternate line down low. Under 10 laps to go. Time is now. If you got it, send it.
Absolutely. With 8
If he
laps to
does.
go, you're side by side. You go for that win.
He's going for it. Throws it down in 3.
We know these guys will not do the Austin Dillon maneuver.
Do we know that?
Well, I'd imagine Dustin wouldn't do that.
I hope not. I'm being silly, of course. He wouldn't, but it's crossed his mind. I guarantee that. We love you, Dustin. Dustin's a staple in the Midwest Motorsports Series. Admin puts in a lot of work for us behind the scenes. The league would not be what it is without Dustin Reinstedel. I don't think there's any question of that. Nor would it be without your Cup Series champion pro tem, Justin Thaler, riding the wall, just trying to bring it home in one piece. All he has to do to win the Cup Series championship. Hopefully we'll get to talk to him after the race. Do not go anywhere. We're going to talk to our champion whether he likes it or not.
We'll drag him up here, kicking and screaming if we have to.
That's right. Chris Thaler, I must say, is doing a good job of holding off the leaders. Still haven't quite caught up to him. He's in that point where he's going to make a difference, though. Nice job, Chris. Thank you, sir.
It is going to affect Dustin, though, who's been running that low line this whole time. But will he see enough of a benefit here of running the high line to maybe either save his tires just a little bit more or be able to do that low line? So he goes right back to it in turn 3.
Eric might have taught him something there. Might not have, because he went back to the low line, but you never know. You know, I like to follow and learn from the person in front of me, or sometimes you learn not what not to do, but still learn. As 11 builds a gap, builds a little momentum. The gap staying about the same as they go in the corner. With 4 to go this time by, it'll be 3 to go at the line.
He's not able to gain as much with that draft coming out of the corner there. Definitely as you'd hope, as he had earlier when he was side by side. But he is keeping this interesting. We definitely appreciate that up here in the booth.
Coming to the white flag. Oh, I'm sorry. Just passing the two to go mark.
Two to go. I think he might have lost a little bit of grip there in the middle of turn 2, or turn 1 and 2 there. He backed up a little bit. But he's trying to push back on there now as we get ready for the white flag. Eric Thaler's still right out in front with Dustin Reinstedel following him, trying to make it work as he's been trying for the past 14 to 18 laps.
The godfather of Midwest Motorsports is leading the last lap, coming to the flag in the 15. It's up to Dustin Reinstedel to try to make a move. Can he do it? Eric Thaler is not going to give it to him as he runs the middle groove. Coming to the line. He tries something different.
Oh, no, that might have just ended it for him. Oh, wow.
No, Dustin
Good
Reinstedel
job, Dustin.
Going to bring it home. Oh, he steals it. Dustin Reinstedel. Like taking candy from a baby, he says. Dustin Reinstedel snatches it away from the fingers of Eric Thaler. Unbelievably close finish. 0.150 at the line for your winner, Dustin Reinstedel in the 11 car.
Maybe there really was a great pumpkin.
Like taking Linus's blanket while he's sleeping.
Like pulling the football away from Charlie Brown.
Dustin Reinstedel doing some well-deserved donuts as your race winner. Unbelievable. All right, we'll see if we can pull him in while you call the results. 1 second, we'll get race finishing pulled up here. I'm going to try to. Nope, that's qualified results. Don't read those.
Well, while we're waiting for
Race
those
results.
to pop up, we've got Justin also doing some donuts down there as well for the winning the championship.
There we
Ford
go.
and Toyota.
I'll let you read them off while I try to pull these guys up.
Alrighty, well, first up, we've got Dustin Reinstedel winning the race. We have Eric Thaler in the number 15 Ford Mustang coming in second. Albert Williams in third in his number 81 Toyota. Michael Samia in the number 1 Chevrolet coming in fourth place. Walker McNulty in the number 12 Ford Mustang coming in fifth. Justin Thaler heading it home in sixth place. Ant Castor in seventh. Trevor McLaughlin in 8th place. 9th is Andrew Miller. Chris Thaler rounds it home in the top 10 spot in 10th place in his number 7. Brandon Thayer coming in 11th in the 64 machine. Aaron Holroyd, the number 73, finishing 12th. And Robert Olevison in the number 22 Miller Ford brings it home in 13th. What a beautiful race we had here in Homestead, Miami Speedway. Thank you all for tuning in and watching. We've got a loaded broadcast booth here with our top 3 and championship winner. James, I turn it back over to you.
Yeah, man. See, we got one. Oh, I need Eric and Ty also, right?
Yep.
There's Eric. Sorry, Eric. I kind of pulled you down right in the middle. Trying to find Ty Williams. But Eric, man, coming to the flag, that was really close. What a great race. Don't go anywhere. I've got Ty. Really appreciate all you guys' work all season long. Make this happen. What an incredible race we just saw. Me and Michael are on the edge of our seat as it came down to a last lap pass for the lead. But earlier today in the race, Ty Williams was battling up front too. Ty, not a bad show for third place. What do you think about the final cup race in this season? As I take Ty off of mute. Now I think we got you, Ty. What do you think about your race today, man? Congrats on a good third spot. Is he still on mute? Why is he not coming off?
Yep.
One person at a time. There we go. All right, Ty, tell us about your race.
Yeah, it was fun. Just the beginning went well. I think tires kind of mattered at the very beginning, and they fell off a little bit for me. And as the sun went down, track cooled off, tires really hooked up nicely after 10, 15 laps, and you felt very fast. But overall, happy with the finish and happy about the season. There were some things that didn't go well, some bad luck, some, just things that happened. But overall, the last few races, just being consistent like this, I'm hoping I can bring that into the next season.
Yeah, well, it's not a bad season for you. You still ended up really well in the points. Congrats on a great season. Didn't quite take over the spot. Trying to find it for the final results. 1 second, I'm pulling those standings up, trying to get it to recalculate, but still stayed ahead of Walker McNulty with your finish tonight. Couldn't quite catch Justin, but Still P2, not a bad season. We're glad you came and raced with us again this season. We'll look for more of the same next season, right?
Yeah, of course. As long as I, don't make any silly mistakes, and I have a little bit more good luck. Um, the thing is just being consistent, and that really proved it this year. I loved the 12 race format where consistency was key, and the driver who is most consistent and got wins, won the championship. So congrats to JT on that. It was well deserved because he drove an amazing season. So I look forward to next season and just keeping this momentum going right now.
I'd say 2 wins and 6 podiums out of 12 point scoring races would be a season success by any standard. So Snap On should be proud. Uritos should be proud. I know Snellville, Georgia's cheering for you. And yeah, you've been a great part of the league this season, Ty, and we look forward to doing it again. Thanks a lot for joining us. Anything you want to say before I let you go?
Nope. Thank y'all for the amazing season. Thank you, everybody. Thanking everybody in the league. It was a fun season, very competitive. So I look forward to the same next year.
Right on. So do we. That's Ty Williams, your third place points. I'm sorry, second place overall, third place tonight. And Ty Williams wraps up his season 7 of the Cup Series. And we're on to second place. Eric Thaler led the most number of laps coming to the flag. You decided to go in the middle, Eric, instead of running high like you had all night. Were you just trying to take the air off of Dustin's nose, or what was going on there?
I was trying to I was trying to prepare myself for him to slide job me, but he apparently just drove it nice and clean in there. So hands hats off to Dustin for pulling that one off. It was fun racing him there for the last 50, 60, 70 laps side by side for a lot of it, and a lot of fun there, especially when we can produce that kind of racing side by side for that long of time. So hats off to him for pulling that one off.
Looks like he had to build up 2 or 3 runs. He tried it 2 or 3 times on you, and you were able to hold him off. And good on everybody for keeping it clean. I mean, that's probably some of the most fun that me and Michael have had calling a race with you guys going back and forth side by side. Michael, you got anything for our second place finisher, Eric?
Well, you kind of stole my question there. Of course, it was the question on everybody's mind on why he decided to change his lane at the last turn there. The top lane was running so well for him, but definitely an interesting time to watch when your dad's right ahead there a little bit, and you guys are driving. Were you worried that was going to be a rolling pick there?
Was a little bit, yeah, but he did his best, got out of the way for us, and we were able to continue our momentum, and that top line had a little bit better drive off than that bottom did. The bottom would hold a little more momentum through the middle of the corner, but in hindsight, yeah, I should have stuck it to the top on the left on turn 3s and 4, but you learn, and sometimes you don't win, so that's all right. It was definitely fun racing, and congrats to Dustin and obviously JT for bringing out the championship. I'm sure he's happy to get himself a little trophy next to his name now. So, definitely congratulations to him.
100%. Well, Eric, it's been a lot of fun watching you this season as well. I know you, like I say, well, first of all, I have one more question about tonight that you were into the wall every other lap. I'm not sure how many X's you got or how many times you got incident points for it, but it's almost like you had a magnet, but it didn't slow you down. You're able to still carry some momentum on the eggs of the corners. Something you practiced, something you knew about going in, or were you just giving it all you got every time and keep going until it didn't work for you?
Yeah, honestly, I left off. Thankfully, I left out of there with 0x.
Wow.
But yeah, every once in a while, that wall kind of just straightens you out. It seemed like as soon as I'd get past Dustin, and and get back in front of him where he wasn't side by side, I'd smack the wall and put him right back next to me. So, it did hinder some of my momentum at times, but sometimes it straightened me out, sometimes it slowed me down. It's just the line I was running. I definitely was trying to stay entering high and trying to keep the momentum right up against the wall. There tends to be, I guess, like a fourth lane, and it does have a little different banking there right up against it. So, that was the way I could carry momentum off the turn. But sometimes you do get a little, just a little sideways and smack that wall. But it was fun. I love driving racetracks that tend to drive off the right rear. Those are definitely my forte. So, I always love Homestead and love racing these races, and glad this one was fun and exciting tonight.
Well, 1 win, 7 top fives out of the 10 races you ran this season. I'd call that season a success. Missing a couple of races took you out of the championship fight, but I would say a great season. Thanks for all you do for Midwest Motorsports, and not to mention founding it, being one of the founders. So we really appreciate you, Eric. Thanks for all you've done. Feel free to stick around as we make fun of Dustin and Justin for their titles, or not, as you wish. But we're going to talk to the winner, Dustin Reinstedel, now. Dustin, winner, chicken dinner, last corner, last lap, full send. Congrats on a great win tonight, Dustin. That was fun to watch.
Thank you. That was really fun, actually. I kind of just ran in at the last second. I think I looked at my wife. We've been doing yard work all day, and I haven't been able to be on the sim hardly at all. So I looked at her at like 7:02. We were watching the race, and she wanted to go somewhere. Some of our friends just moved, so I was like, "Hey, you know what? You go. It's 7:02. I got time to get in the race. I'm gonna go hang out with the guys." And just loaded right in, come out and ran a couple laps, and forgot I had a penalty. I had to start from the rear and EOL, so I was like, "Well, we'll just have fun tonight. Not in it for the championship or anything like that." But this track is different compared to what it used to be. The first time I ever raced here in this league, we ran the top the whole race. Last year, I ran the bottom almost the whole race, and then this year it was like a mix. So it was a lot tighter than I thought it would be, but I couldn't get as close to the wall as Eric or JT. I figured that out through that first stage, so I figured I would try to do something a little different and see how it worked with the tires, and that ended up kind of helping out there. But the first thing I said coming out of four was, "Eric, why did you come down?" Because if he would have just stayed at the top, he would have had it. There's no momentum off the inside lane because you can't exit all the way to the wall. But it was super fun. But it's definitely it changed. The track definitely, it either changed or it's changed over the last couple updates, because that bottom used to never even be in play hardly, it seemed like.
Well, even if you missed a couple of races this season, one thing that has not changed, your ability to drive these Cup cars. It was amazing to see you battle up front, especially from a end of line pit or end of line start to the race before the competition caution, and you're already up in the top five. Michael, you got anything for our race winner tonight?
Man, I wanted to know if you ever thought you were actually going to get around Eric.
No. I did actually, with like 20 to go or something like that. I cleared him, and I'm like, "Oh, I got him." And then, like, as soon as I tried to come up, I got loose. He just drove right back around. So, no, on that last lap, I was content with finishing second for sure. But definitely didn't expect to get around him there, because I also thought when he came down the track to try to hold me down that there was no way I was going to be able to get on the gas. But ended up working out. But no, congrats to JT. He's our man of the hour. He's finally not in the Denny Hamlin status. So I can't wait to hear his response to that. Finally getting him a Cup championship.
That's right. Well, again, Dustin, congrats on a great season, man. A couple of wins, Homestead and Miami. 1 win, Miami. And great fun watching you race all season long, man. Thanks again for putting on a show, man. We appreciate it. The Peanuts logos look good going around the track. Congrats on a great finish, and definitely entertaining last lap as you beat them by 0.15. coming to the line. That's
Yes,
Justin
sir. Thanks,
Reinstedel.
thanks, James, and thanks, Mike. Mike, it's good to see you in the booth. It's fun watching and listening to you two guys. Whenever I haven't been able to race, I've been watching them. You guys do a good job.
Thank you. We definitely
Thanks.
love it up here.
That's right. That's right. We're having a good time. We're bringing the entertainment that you guys deliver. Thanks for that. And our champion, number 2, is now number 1. It may have number 2 on his car, but he's number 1 on the points standings and in our hearts. Justin Thaler, congrats on a great season, man. You did it.
Hey, thank you guys. Appreciate that. It was a good season. So finally was able to do it. And just to respond to Danny, I think if real Danny had a championship, I wouldn't really care to want one.
You gotta be different, right?
That's right. That's
Don't
right.
want to be the same as everybody else. Standing out from the pack is Justin Thaler's motto. Man, Justin, you've tried. This is what the Cup's 7th season, and you finally get a trophy in front of your name. Congrats for that, man. It's been a long struggle to get to this point, man. 7 seasons, and you finally did it. Got to be a weight lifted off your shoulders.
Yeah. Something I always kind of wanted there. I think a few seasons ago, I actually had a decent lead in the regular season, and just going into the chase, just wasn't able to really compete. So it was finally nice to, put a whole season together, be consistent. There's some races in there that I'd like to throw out or go back to, and I know I could have had far better results, but in the end, it's cool. I mean, I'm not going to any real series IRL or nothing out of it, but just something to just something I can join the club, I guess, so to speak. And it took a while to get here, and when we started, I really had no idea how to really manage, I guess, oval racing, right? So definitely learned a lot, and I think year after year, I just kind of keep getting a little bit better. So that's all that matters.
So you don't think Jack Roush is at home strolling around Midwest Motorsports to look at your point series, and you go back in your season and watch you race Daytona, where you had a win by the narrowest of margins, or watching both of your road series victories, Sonoma and Watkins Glen, also where you both came in first place? I mean, Jack Roush would be honored to have you on his team at the Cup Series right away.
Yeah, I'm looking at my Kozlowski bumper here in the sim room, wondering how much more of a car do I need to get so I can maybe just build a real one. But
Get the rest
I
of
don't,
it.
yeah, I don't have the pockets for that kind of thing. But no, it was just really cool. I think the season was really fun. Little shorter of a season, which is all right. But we can talk about all that maybe on a podcast or something, and talk about kind of what we thought about the season. So I don't want to drag the night out too long. So.
Right on. Well, we're proud of you, man. Great job on the season. Like I say, it's been a lot of fun watching you race, man. You're always in the fight, never giving up. You raced all the races that as a big part of it. Look forward to hearing you more of it on the cool down lap as we're watching you and Dustin Reinsettle doing donuts. After the race was over, it's pretty awesome to see 2 guys doing donuts at the same time. And so, yeah, just happy for you, man. Congrats on a great season. You earned it on merit. Nobody gave it to you, and you can definitely wear this trophy with pride, man. Congrats on a great season, Justin.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And kind of just to echo, thanks everybody shouting me out. Everybody who competed this year, and I think we had a good, clean season. It was definitely fun, and just want to thank all the other admins, and of course you, James, Josh, all the other guys, and Michael. It's good to see you join in when you can. And I like Denny said, I do like going back and listening to both of you guys call the race. You guys are doing a really terrific job, and just want both of you to know, we appreciate what you do for us.
We definitely appreciate it here, and I tell you, you can go to RFK tomorrow. You go to RFK sometime this week. Come in there with your trophy and be like, "Hey, I'm a champion, just like you."
That's
Yeah,
right.
I might take this. I might carry around this bumper at Bristol in a couple of weeks, see if I can maybe get it autographed. But it's not heavy, it's all carbon fiber. But I don't know if I really want to carry it around all night.
All good. Well, thanks again, Justin, for all you do for the league to make it possible. It couldn't be done without you. And again, you got a trophy. You're a champ, man. Thanks again for joining the series, and look forward to seeing you next season. Stay tuned for the cool down lap where you'll hear Justin talk more Monday nights at 9 p.m. The host, Antcaster, Eric Taylor, Justin Taylor, and myself talk about real racing in all of the Midwest Motorsports leagues Monday night at 9 p.m. on the Riven Vale Twitch. And that's going to happen Monday night. Well, Michael, I don't know why I keep calling you Richard. I got a buddy named Richard Harris. Please forgive me, but Michael Harris, wow, what a great season. What a great fun. What are you going to remember from the season, Michael?
I'm just going to remember that really close finish there and this race here and just how clean this has all been this whole season long. All the races that I've commentated on just seems like night and day difference between this and the truck series. And it makes me wish that, every once in a while, if I'm not here in the booth, maybe take a few laps around there on the track. But I tell you what, the fact that it's taken the league owner, the guy that created the league, about 7 seasons to actually win the trophy tells you something. It tells you that this league, nothing's guaranteed. Just because you run the league doesn't mean that you get to be the winner, and that's an awesome thing.
I agree, 100,000%. Killer, good way to end the season, man. With a winner and a good motto, you got to earn it here, and everybody earns it on merit. And I've had a lot of fun with you. Thanks for coming, Michael. To Josh Watt for running the Twitch stream, and of course, all of the viewers. Thanks for watching the world's fastest growing iRacing league, according to my research, Midwest Motorsports. Thanks for watching. I'm James J. Michael Harris, Josh Watt running the Twitch, reminding you to stay in your lane.